It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Two and now on first down. And it's complete to Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Davante Adams, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now he'll try to run with this. But I think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have regained the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the 31, Tua. That'll be caught by Eric Ezukama. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. The Dolphins at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And, partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfrow, 45 yards. And the Raiders have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this, to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs.
And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. In motion left is Beckham. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On now the Miami field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Tua looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Beckham goes in motion left. Tua now on first down. He hits Adams complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Davante Adams. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list, as his guys have now moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff up the middle. York. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. In motion left is Beckham. From the 38, Tua. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua going to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams. 27 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Beckham goes in motion left. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Davante Adams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Adams, the man in motion left. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 41 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Now, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, They certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.